Okay, guys, so let's take a minute and talk about the big news that, of course, happened with Tom Hardy getting cast as Venom. But not only that, the history of him, particularly in being involved with any comic book movie. And specifically now, we're going to be talking about the MCU. And of course, recently we found out from Amy Pascal herself, who's in charge of the whole Sony branch of Spider-Man and everything that's going on, that Venom and Black Cat and Silver Sable will in fact be part of the giant MCU thing that's happening right now and their giant deal. Now, a lot of people might remember, and a lot of you might not because it's been so long ago, 2 years ago, actually 2+ years now, Tom Hardy himself was actually interested in way more comic roles. At one point, after The Dark Knight Rises, he was actually cast to play Rick Flag in the Suicide Squad, but due to some conflicts and stuff, he ended up passing that off and he didn't like how the role was going. At that time, we started hearing rumors that the Punisher was going to be making his first appearance in the MCU in Daredevil Season 2, and Tom Hardy outright came out and said, listen, I want to do the Punisher or Splinter Cell, and he was already starting to be attached to Splinter Cell, and the Punisher was something they couldn't nail down due to other commitments. But Marvel Studios even expressed interest into him at that time, so everything was kind of still up in the air. Now, when Venom was announced, Tom Hardy finally got a Marvel role, and all of us are kind of going, okay, well, it's not exactly the MCU role, it's not the Punisher, but it's something close enough. And now, the moment you look at everything, you start connecting the dots that Venom is part of the MCU, he's wanted to work with the MCU, he's met with them, and now he's going to be Venom, who's also joining the giant MCU family. Everything's kind of starting to fall into place, and when you really think about what they've been saying about it and how he's been hyping it up, there's really nothing here that doesn't make sense, right? Because he's wanted this role, he's wanted a role in the MCU for so long that he was so vocal about it. And originally, the whole reason he passed up playing the Punisher was because of the Rick Flag role. So it's a rather interesting thing when you look at it, so it makes sense that Marvel would want to extend this role, and with Sony, he doesn't have to just be a TV star, even though he has his own TV series Taboo. He can literally still stay in the family, start off in his own movie, be the star of that movie, which will probably be rated R and push the MCU in a new boundary. But not just that, also eventually cross over with everything. So I think it's literally the best case scenario and a win-win for everybody.